Hi guys, hope you all are doing great. Um, so as I have already promised you all that I will be covering two topics in one video on 4th of August. The topic that I had to cover on 29th of July, I've also I will also be covering that topic today along with my agenda that I have set for today as well. So in all, I will be covering today text to column function and sumif and sumif function. So the so I will be explaining the purpose of these formulas, purpose of these functions first, and I will be delving deep into each of them one by one. So let's come to first text to column function. So it helps in breaking down the text and aligning the data as per our needs in whatever format we want. We want to in whatever format we want to break the text. I'll show you how it is done with examples. Coming on to sumif and sumif function, we all know how to apply sum, right? Now, if we want to apply sum considering various conditions, and if we want to apply only one condition with some function, if we want to apply only one condition, in that case, sumif function is used. And in case we want to apply more than one condition to the sum function, sumif functions is used in that case. Okay, so now let's come to each function one by one. Now we have this data product ID. We have product IDs of 20 products. Now we want to break this product IDs as per wherever there is a dash sign. I want to break the data wherever there is a dash sign. Correct. So now in short, I want Fury in one column, I want BO in one column, I want this number in one column. So wherever there is a dash sign, I want the data to be break down and to be sorted in uh, different rows, right? Now what I do is I'll select this column. I'll go to data tab here. I'll go press text to column here. Now it shows me this thing, right? Always remember to select delimited. So it says characters such as comma or tabs separate each field. Okay, so this thing, always keep in mind to select this thing after you press text to column delimited. Okay, now press next. Now here, so here we have the various um various so to say we have um various pointers on which that we can apply to break our data in the separate columns. For example, here we have here we don't have here any of these things. We don't have tab, we don't have semicolon, we don't have comma, we don't have space, right? So these are the already by default options. If we want, if the data is separated by space, semicolon, tab, right? We just select this and we are good to go to separate our data. Now here we have this sign, dash sign. So in other we will put dash sign, and here as you can see our data is already separated uh, with according to this parameter that I have put here, correct? So you don't need to do anything here, just put the sign on the basis of which you want to segregate your data, and you're good to go. And the output is being shown in here as a data preview. Okay, now what we'll do is we'll press next. Now it says in which column you want to place your destination. From which column you want to place your destination. I'll press here B. So I want this data to be published starting B column. Otherwise it will populate starting A column only. Correct. So now I'll press finish. As you can see, now we have the product ID bifurcated in three columns separately. Fury is here, BO is here, number is here. Now we are good to go with our output. So this is the way in which you will apply text to column functions. So it can be done in any of the cases. If you have plus sign in between, if you have minus sign, if you have underscore, if you have oblique, if you have anything common in between, space, anything, if you have common in place, you can bifurcate the data accordingly. Correct? Hope I am making sense here. And yeah, that is there for the text to column function. Let's come to sumif and sumif function now. Hi guys. So yeah, now let's jump on to our next topic of today's series, which is sumif and sumif function, sumif ifs function. Sorry. So I have already taken the data on which we will be applying this condition, and I have already taken down the answers. So, just to refer you all that what I will be explaining is correct. Okay, so uh, don't worry, I will be explaining you each and every step of this formula of sum if function and sum if function. Okay, so let me explain you first condition that we will be solving out. So as I already mentioned you in the agenda field that sum if function provides a sum of only uh, as per one condition only. Okay, so we'll try and look at only one condition here, which is okay. So we are applying the formula y one condition in a way that I need sum, I need total sales. Okay, let me see. Okay, so I need total sales in the north region. Okay, region would be there, and sorry, north region sales I need here, right? Total north region sale I want to extract with this formula. So we have only one condition here that region is equal to north. That's it. So as we have only one condition, so we will be using sum function. Okay, now let me write it sum if and let's see what the condition says. Now in sum if, always remember that whatever like whatever range on which we would be applying the condition, right? That always comes at last. I'll show you right now, but remember this thing that the range on which we would be applying our filters finally, that comes at large last. Here it will be sales. Correct, because we have to find the sum on on that condition only, but applying some condition, right? Now it is saying that what is your range on which your criteria is dependent, right? What is a column which is here, it is region on which we want to apply our criteria. So region column is a range, and I put comma here. My criteria is I want to find out sales of north region, so my criteria would be north region. Okay, so now I will freeze this cell just to avoid so when I will be like um, dragging the formula, when I will drag the formula downwards, so it will sorry, so it will not drag and provide us with the correct answer. Okay, so always remember to freeze the column here, right? Now I've already freeze this column. Let me put it again. Just a second. I think the formula is not working correctly. Just a second. Let me put it again. I'm sorry, sorry. I will give the range. I will put here, right? Now there are so if you want you can put the dollar sign by F4 function as well, but on my system it's not, currently not working. I'm pretty sure that it is an Excel like some error which is it is throwing right now, but I'll show you after pressing that how it is come. It comes like this. Okay, I'll show you here as well that I've already put the formula. So I will be freezing this cell, like if I need to drag down this formula it will freeze to this only, but as it, here it is there are four same formulas that we need to put. So what I do is I just put freeze uh, option only considering the fact that it will drag only this way, not this way. Okay, if I need to move the formula from here to here, it will not give me, the formula doesn't drags here in this direction, it only drags in this direction. So I need to freeze out of these two, 5 and k, column or cell number, column or a row number. I need to freeze only one thing, right? So in here, in this case, I am like moving the column. Okay, okay, so here I would be freezing k column. Okay, because we have to move the rows, because as we, for example, let's say I need to uh, drag this formula down, so I have to move the rows, right? I need to move the rows from 5th to 6th to 7th to 8th, right? So this way I will be only freezing the k column so that it will not drag this way. For example, I need to drag this formula here, right? It doesn't move the move this, as you are seeing, as you can see that my not cell columns k5 cell is fixed, right? Sorry, my k column is fixed, correct? And 5 will move and 5 will not move by default because I am moving in this direction, so the formula will have to be moved this way. If the um, if the cell k was not freezed, then it will move this way. So what happens is, let me show you, if we don't move the cell this way, don't worry about this thing, I'll explain you. I'm just showing you how the formula works, how does how the dollar sign and the freezing cells works in this inside the formula. So I have shown you that if I move my formula here, let's say I have moved my formula, let's remove this dollar sign and let's see what happens. So as you can see that as soon as I drag this formula on the right side, it has automatically taken um, it has automatically taken the L5 cell, right? It moved toward right, but On the other hand, if I have, unlike previous case where I have like freeze this k cell, k column, by putting dollar sign, and let me put it again, and if I move now towards right, it's it sticks to k column only, right? So is in case I need to drag the formula towards right, right, towards right, then I need to like, if I want to move the condition towards right direction and to down direction as well, then it's okay if you, then it's okay, and it is compulsory that you uh, don't freeze the cell, right? Because uh, wherever you put the dollar sign, in that case the formula would not work in either uh, right direction or in the downward direction, depending on where you have put the dollar sign, right? So in short, if you want to move the uh, some formula here, for example here, if I want to put the formula in k5 column and want to fix this, that wherever the formula gets moved towards right, towards down side, wherever, irrespective of the case scenario, it get fixed to north only, right, to the k5 cell only. So in that case I need to put dollar sign uh, in both the conditions, in k column and in the cell, and in the row cell as well, right? So that wherever we are moving the formula towards right or towards down, the formula will stick to that particular condition only. But here we want to move the formula down, as we have more conditions with the same formula applied. So we need to only freeze k column so that it won't move towards right, right? It won't move towards right. If there is any formula condition is there, or like here there is no condition, right? So we can freeze, so we can unfreeze it as well, and our answer won't be impacted, right? But in case we want to free, we want to only move downwards, like in this case, so we have to freeze column k in this case. But I'm again reiterating my point that here, whatever case scenario is, uh, as we have as we don't have to move towards right, so formula will give same answer and it won't get any impact, right? So we can move either ways. Now what I'll do is I'll just explain you again. So what I did is I have put it put the range uh, of a condition which is h column. I will press comma and I'll press criteria, like here it is north region and we need the condition of north. So I'm not putting any uh, dollar sign here because we need to drag our number down as well. So our 5 k5, out of k5 our 5 cell number remains unfreezed because we need to move down, and here we don't have any condition towards the right side, so we put dollar sign or not doesn't really matter, right? So I have already explained the conditions. In case for example here, if there is a condition towards right, if there was any condition towards right side that we need to move our formula towards right side, then we need to freeze k column so that our condition remains freeze, right? Our condition will not move, doesn't move, right? It happens, it will happen in in every condition we put. For example, we have put here H column, right? We have put here H column as our condition, as our first condition uh, criteria, right? As our first condition range. So in case we need to shift, like stick to the region column only, so we need to freeze this as well, putting dollar sign here and here, so that if we have the if we have to move towards right, our conditions remain fixed. Getting a point? So if you want to refer something like how this thing works in detail, you can reach me out. I will explain you in your language as well. If you want me to explain in Hindi, I'll explain you that as well. But this is the crux, right? So I am not putting any dollar sign here because we are good to go without freezing, without freezing anything here. So I've explained to that this is the range for which the where criteria is applied. Region in region I applied north, and this is the first condition where we are using sumif function, right? Now we have to give the range, some range on which we have to apply this condition that you have just written down here, right? So it is sales in the current case it's sales. So what I do, I'll just select the whole column and I'll press uh, and I close the bracket and press enter, and here we are, and here we have our answer. Now what I'll do is, as I already mentioned, that we need to drag down our formula because we have the same criteria that we need to apply, but just with the different condition in the same range, right? Because we have a same range on which we are applying this condition, right? So we can drag our formula down and our answer will not get impacted. It will give a same answer. So what I did is, I'll write here sumif function without cell freezing. Okay, so I explained you sumif function without freezing any cell, right? Here we haven't freeze any cell. Now here I have already freezed k column. K column I have freezed. In case we have to move the formula towards the right by restricting to the condition that we have only put, right? So sum function with one row freezed. Okay, hope you can relate to this when you will be practicing on yourself. Okay, now let's move to two conditions. Now here we have to put one condition as we have to put one condition on day as Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and so on, and one condition as quantity. Okay, so quantity condition remain fixed in all the in all the cases. It's just like this condition remains. This condition will change. Now these are the answers, expected answers from you. Now let's try and solve two conditions. Sum with two conditions, right? Now what we'll do, we'll see step by step how sumifs function work, right? How sumifs function work. Now I have already told you while I was explaining the sumif function that we need to specify the range on which our end result depends on. For example, in that case, it's sales. Here also it's sales, but a small difference is there. And where we have only one condition and we are applying sumif function, there there that some range comes at most last, in the last, to be short, and in case of sumifs function, that range comes in the starting. So this is the main difference while applying these formulas. Correct? So make a note of it. Now sumif range, I'll select the sales because we need to extract the sales only with these conditions. Now what I'll do is, now it is saying that we need to put the criteria range one the same way that we are putting the range and then criteria, then range and the criteria. So it flows like this only. Like first we have put the range on which we are applying the formula, on which we need the where we need the end result, and with some conditions applied. So we'll put the criteria one as day as a criteria range. Now the criteria in this range would be Sunday. Correct? Now here also it comes the same range, same thing, that if we freeze anything or not doesn't really matter, because we have to anyways drag down the formula, and we don't have the data towards right. We don't have to drag our formula towards the right, so we don't want to freeze anything, right, as such. For example, if there is a data towards the right and we need to um, drag our formula towards right, and we need to have drag the data towards right. In that case, our k column would have been freezed. Getting a point? For example, here it would be quantity greater than 20, 30, 40 in that case, right? And conditions would have remained same. Would have remained same, right? Hope you got some clarity on what I'm saying. If not, then please rewind the video and see again two times, three times, four times, five times, unless until you get the crux of it. Because I would be giving the practice sheet for this as well, and here is the practice data for you, right? So you have to, I'll explain here like what is actually needed, and you have to fill in everything, and in the next series I will attach the result for this um, particular data set, and you can match your results, like how much you got right. If not, if you had any, if you would be having any doubt, reach out to me, connect with me via LinkedIn, and I'll be more than happy to assist you. Okay, so now we have one condition here that we have put, that Sunday after applying the range criteria. Now let's come to next condition, which is quantity greater than 10. Now quantity is our uh, criteria range 2, which is quantity we have. So in quantity we will take units because this is a quantity here. Now in quantity it is saying that the quantity should be greater than 20. Now what we'll do is we have to open our bracket, and we'll just write greater than 10, right? Greater than 10, and we'll close the parenthesis and we'll click OK. Now what will we have done this, that where always remember and make a note of it, whenever we are putting any sign, uh, uh, whenever we are putting any condition with greater than sign, minus sign, equal to sign, we need to put that condition into in parentheses, because uh, Excel considers this thing as the as we are applying any formula here, right? And we are not applying any formula, we are just putting one condition, because you can see that when we have put is equal to sign, it means that Excel understands that this is a new formula starting, but here it is not the case. Here we are applying just one condition. correct? Here we are just applying a condition. So this is the case wherever you are putting any sign, sort of sign in condition, just remember to put that whole condition into parentheses so that Excel recognizes that this is a condition that we are instructing it, like apply the sum formula with this range as with this condition as well. Okay, so I'll just close the bracket now and press enter. Now see, we have our results. I'll just drag down and we are good to go. Okay, so I think I have made you somewhat clear with this, with these functions, with these two functions. I think I know this is like too much for one session, but trust me, this is not a single drop in an ocean of Excel. So slowly, uh, gradually, as you practice things, it will be more clearer to you. But don't forget to practice these two conditions. So here, what is expected from you, that you need to find out sales for Nestle. For example, you need to find sales for this product, Nestle Aero Mint product. So I will be like writing down in short forms here so that you can have idea like what is need to be find out. So you need to find out this thing as first condition, and correct. So here are two conditions, right? First is two condition and then is third condition. So now here you need to find out first condition is this. You need to find out sales where product is equal to this and where region is equal to north. Okay, here there are two conditions. Now if I go in here, he- here you have three conditions. First is same as here and second also same. Third is you need to find out sales for North American, North Aero Mint Pots product and North region, and date after 1st April 14. Okay, hope you will solve this without any much difficulty. I'll hope so. But wherever you find any difficulty, just feel free to reach out to me anywhere on my. It is recommended to drop me a message on LinkedIn or connect with me as soon as you face any doubt in this formula or text to column formula. As soon as I get time from my schedule, I'll reach out to you. I'll reach back out to you. We'll connect over a call. If your doubt will not be resolved over LinkedIn chat, we'll connect over one-on-one call, and I'll teach you personally over call like how we are gonna solve this thing. Hope this will help, and that call would be absolutely free. I will not charge anything. So you are free to reach out to me and ask n number of questions in context of whatever I have covered till date in my 6 sessions as of today. Okay, so this is a plus. This is a bonus thing that I'm providing you all because I have not, as a compensation of one session that I have not covered as per my schedule. So sorry for that, but yeah, you have now the plus thing that you can reach out to me directly over LinkedIn and will sort out things accordingly. So hope you enjoyed the session for today. Thank you, and I will upload this sheet on the Google Drive, the link that I've already shared in my YouTube channel. It is available on my YouTube channel as well, and in every video description section. This link is already there. I'll add this file as well so that it is available for your reference and for your practice task that I have just assigned you. Okay, so yeah, that's all for today from my side. Thank you and have a lovely day all.